Hello and welcome back to Prov 356. This is going to be episode number 6 on the Svartalfheim map. Now, last episode we was able to craft up this. We have all the base packed up in these crates. And we're ready to go find us a new base place. Our main base place. So, now all we got to do is clear our spot out from the map. Remove that one. And in its place, right there, we're going to put... It's actually not right there. That's where it is on the map. But it's probably like right here. Is Beaver Dam. Okay, so... Now we set out to get our new base place set up. Yeah. So what I need to do right now is I need to whistle my Iguanodon passive. And then I am going to come over here and I'm going to get this beaver dam one more time before we leave. Now, if I was at the age to be making work brain, if I was at the age to be making teleporters, why did that not work? There we go. If I was at the age to be making teleporters, then we would just put a teleporter near here. So instead, I'm going to come in here, take all, pull myself up, just like that. Yep, that's how I do it. That's how I do it, people. Alright, so, map. So off camera, I will go look and see if we can find a main base place off here. Actually, either I'm going to find a base place here, or I'm going to choose one of these three. But when I bring you guys back, we're going to start working on our main base. Or maybe I already have it built. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, people. Okay, I'm bringing you guys back. I have found a base spot here towards the center. Not exactly in the center, but it's in the center. Let me get up here and drop the map. Take a look at it. Now, I was having a hard spot. I was having a hard time finding a base location that met my needs. That met my requirements, rather. I found a lot of nice spots, but none that met my requirements. So, I thought about maybe a cliff platform. Now, I can't make a normal cliff platform just yet because I don't have fungal wood. And I can't make a metal one because I don't have blue gems. However, I can and did make a wooden cliff platform. No. That's not where I want you to park. I want you to park right here. Okay, so I got this rock blocking it. I had to, of course, break some rocks around this area. The entrance here, the reason I have it blocked off is so that way I can put a plant species X seed or a turret in here, and it won't be shooting everything. It'll just shoot whatever comes in here. It is a wooden platform, so I do need to cover it over with stone. Those are foundations. And so the way I did that was I snapped a wall to the outside edge and then came in a half a wall and then from that wall I snapped a pillar, then a half wall, and then because I noticed it was 4 wide, so I had to make it 3 wide, so I just removed a half on either side to make it 3 wide to fit a large gate. I have this here so that way we can craft from it when we need to. And on the other base, we was going to go down from something like this, so now we're just going to go up. I do probably need to put some walls right here, so that way something can't just come down that way and fall into our base. I haven't seen anything on this mountain. There is some aloes down there that I think may have fallen off, but I don't think anything's going to fall off. And I liked building on that one episode a few episodes back so much, I think we're actually going to do it now. Alright. So anyways, I can snap to these outer ones. Now I can use that to do something like this. So I snap that, and then I can snap the pillar to it. And then we'll get the triangle piece. And then we snap a wall to that. And now we can run that wall in. Although, see, I don't like that. It doesn't line up with the cliff platform, and I know that. Let's try a straight wall. Is that going to line up? No. See, you can't line it up on the outside and line it up on the inside. That's the problem. And I do got to be careful with that pickup gun, because I don't want to pick up my whole base. So the other way I can do this is fence foundations. So the best way I've found to do this is you got to walk it in to this angled area, and you want to stop when both edges are touching the wood. And if you have it correct, then what you can do is snap a wall to it, and then can we snap a foundation to you? We can. Excellent. So can I snap a triangle foundation on the inside? That's going to be too far. But that may be far enough out that I could do this. Then do the square foundation. Is that going to be right? Did I? Yes, I did do it right. Look at that. It lines up. Not perfect, but near perfect in the center right there. Good enough for our purposes anyways. So we can use these snap points now, which means I can pick up that. Oh, I was afraid I picked up the whole thing. I mean, if I did, I would be falling right now, so I gotta be aware of that. Okay, so this is gonna be our base we're gonna work from. So now we want to put squares on the triangle pieces, and then triangle pieces on the squares. And we need more of them. Crafting, structures, stone. Pull for that. Now I don't want to make it look perfectly circular. So now that we have a small base built, now's when we can start changing it up a little bit. And I'm not going to be able to place that, am I? Even if I... Sometimes you can do the old trick of going into K mode and spinning the camera around. Sometimes. You can't really go into structures anymore. They got rid of that method. That's how some people was able to place things underneath the mesh, but sometimes you can get it. Sometimes also if you lay down. Okay, so I don't want to make a perfectly square base. I mean a circular base. And see how it's not lined up? There we have that gap right there. And over here it's almost lined up perfectly. That's fine. It's not going to be center. I realize that. I understand that. But I do like my bases to be symmetrical. So, what I can do now is everywhere where there's these triangles, we could complete the hexagon shape. Like this here. And then that's going to be 3 hexagon shapes completed. And then where the squares are, we can actually come out with 2 of them, can't we? I think we can. No. It only wants me to come out with 1. That works. I can work with that. So we're going to put the squares there, there, and there. And then how am I going to do that? Then we could do more hexagon shapes from that point. And things could be like in little rooms there, there, and there. Yeah, that might look might look good. So that means we need 18 of these. Can we make 18? We can. Okay, so from here we'll do little hexagon rooms like that. I mean, I could fill in the hexagon there. Nope, we've already decided on this. This is what we're going to do. Well, I've already decided on this. Okay, so we will have 3 little rooms that we can put stuff in. Now we need to decide which one is going to be the door. Now normally I try to make 2 doors. And we could technically put a door right here. It'd have to be a double door. But we could put a door right there. And now we're going to need... This is why we need so many of these. We're going to have to put rails all the way around the outside like this, so we don't fall off. And then we could put pillars throughout it to add to it. Of course, these are going to be changed. They're not going to look like stone. I don't like building with stone unless I have to. However, oh yeah, I was going to float the base, wasn't I? I just made a mistake. There's my mistake right there. Pick you up. Oh, yeah, we did it. I was going to float the base, that way we could put some storage underneath. The way you float the base is, with this cliff platform, you don't technically have to have all these foundations down. What you can do is that, then you can place ceilings off of that all you want, as long as this cliff platform is underneath. It counts as see, normally you can't go too far away from a normal structure, but as long as the cliff platform is underneath us, it counts as a platform. It's a weird glitch, I know. Sometimes you can even pick these up and it still floats. Sometimes. Not this time. But normally I can do that. Like do that half wall deep. And then I could put storage underneath. See, it's just the size of a storage box. Well, actually a storage box comes up to like where the writing is right now. Alright. We're not going to do that. However, I might do the rooms halfway up. See how they look. Like that. Alright. Back to placing some walls. Some rails, rather, not walls. Although I did say that I may have to put some walls over here. Let's see if something can fall down in here. See if something's up there. Like I said, I have seen aloes around this area. And so, there's a tickle chicken down there. Is there any creatures? I gotta remember that I don't have my bow on my hotbar. But there is that thing you can hold down Q. I know. I don't like using that though. There's a bag right there. Oh, there's a raptor. If the raptor can get in, then any other predator would be able to get in. You coming? You sure are taking your sweet time there, buddy. So if the raptor can make this jump, then anything else can. I'm right here. Let's break this rock for you because you got the brain worms and you can't figure out a rock. Come on, look, it's clear. Oh, how about that? Goodbye. Oh, a whole lot of you have fallen. There's something down there. What is down here? We're right over some kind of structure. I didn't realize that. Alright, so I do need a wall here. I should actually probably put a wall up there, so it don't mess up my aesthetics of my rails. So I should probably just put a wall up there. So let's put that wall up there. From right there will work. Actually, I should probably put like a dino gateway right here. Yeah, that will work better. Crafting. Oh, it's floating. I hate when it does that. Well, now I'm gonna have to fix that. Are you gonna work? Do you work? Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. That's gonna bother me. Floating gates. Bah humbug. That's awfully low down there, isn't it? Okay, I understand. Can I place a ceiling, a wall, foundation? You know what I can do? I can do this here. Pick you up and then get that half wall. Is that gonna work? And then a ceiling? No, you don't want to place with a ceiling. What is that mess? What is that mess? Don't want to place with a ceiling. That's just crazy. What about now? You want to place now? And then we can place a foundation there. But the question is, am I going to be able to use that structure or... So let's pick you up, pick you up, pick you up. And then that, and then we could use a ramp. Like that. Then use a ramp like that. So we can come through that entrance if we need to. But I don't think anything else is going to be able to. But to stop something from doing it, I really need a big creature to test it to see if it would go right there where I just ran. Need like a Rex or something. If you do not help me with this science, I'm gonna... Oh, no, don't knock me off. That's not what I'm trying to test. Come on, sir. Right through here, right through here. There you go. Oh, this is what I want you to do. I want you to see if you can get through here. Did you get stuck on the door? You came through the door. That's not what I wanted. Oh, what level are you anyways? Access it. You're level 60. I mean, You helped me out, right? Come on. And you go to sleep up there, alright? I gotta get back to building. I obviously need to carry that wall out a little bit. Oh well. Science didn't work for me that time. Alright, so if I make that a regular door, I'm going to have to make sure it opens, like the handle, I'm going to have to make sure it's over here. So I have not made any doors yet. Structures, stone, get a couple of those. Okay, we got to make sure that the hinge is to the right. Okay, so it does work. I just got to slide right along that wall. Okay. That works for me. And then obviously this would be the main door right here. Obviously. Obviously. Alright, let's start placing some walls. Let's see. I could do the little alcoves as windowed areas. Yeah, that'll work. So they need to be full walls so I can turn them into glass. And then that needs to be a full wall. And then I'm definitely going to need more walls. But I knew that. I knew that. And then crafting, structures, stone. Just craft all walls. Either we'll end up using them or I'll grind them up. Okay, these I probably want to do like window walls, right? And this one right here actually doesn't need to be. This one is going to be our door, so that one needs to be a double door. So let's do that right there, like that, and then these we probably want to be regular windows, right? There, there, there. Yeah, that might work. Now I need to think about either a stair system or an elevator system. And then this one I can actually make that right there a door. Actually, no, let's make this one a door. So pick that up. A window, door. Yeah, that works. So that way I can go out the back area if I need to. Okay. So we're going up with this, so we need to think in advance of how we're going to place this. Specifically the wall, the staircase. I prefer staircases over the elevator. The awesome elevator's awesome, but you got to be at industrial age to make the elevators. And I do need to think ahead, like where would I put the fabricator, where would I put the replicator, where would I put the big furnace, stuff like that. Right now, I'm thinking this room will be our crafting area. This room will be the kitchen. And this room will be the bedroom. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Then out here, I could have storage. Or I could do storage in one of these rooms and do our crafting stuff out here. That's probably what I'll do. I'll probably do storage in one of them, do my bedroom in one, and then do the kitchen in one and do our crafting area out here. So if that's what I'm going to do, then do I want each one of those to be taller than the building? Or do I want it to like work up in steps, kind of like this rock is? Like these be the lowest points, and then that and then these be the next lowest point, and then this main area be the so these would be the shortest areas. Then these would be slightly taller. Then this whole area out here, like maybe to this ring right here, would be another level, and then this inner ring would be the top level, which means I would need the elevator or stairs to be right here to go all the way up. So that probably means I need to take one of these foundations out. Probably 2 for the awesome elevator. So we can make triangle awesome elevators and put them right here. And that way, that would be our way up and down. But I don't always like doing the awesome elevator, so I need to think about this here. Okay, well, these rooms can be completed now because we have let's see, crafting structures, stone. Okay, so let's pull for 100 more of those. We need some of these right here to build each one of these little rooms with. We're not going to be placing any more foundations down. So do I want to do another level? Make this 2 high, make these 3 high, make this 4 high, make this 5 high. Triangle, triangle. And then we'll pick up the one directly in front of the door, which is this one right here. And we'll turn that one into the awesome elevator. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, so let's do these 2 high. So let's go up another high with these. So we need a solid wall there, and actually here we could switch we could switch them out. So every other one will be windows, and then up here like that will be windows. Okay, so we want to match that up on the next on the next room, so it's the same. So the next room, that's gonna be, actually that one needs to be a window, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I said I needed to switch them out, and then I didn't. So basically, I just need to follow this around. Yeah, there. Why was that so hard for my brain? Brain, why are you braining? Okay, so you need to get picked up, and you need to get picked up like that, and just put solid walls above the windows. So now you need to go here, here, there, there, and there. And now pick you up, pick you up. You need to be a wall, you need to be a wall. You need to be a wall, wall. You two are walls, so let's go back to windows. There. Let me out of the little room. Window, window. Window, window. Now we can put the roof on it now. Come on. Go up, 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 up. There we go. Put the roof on that. And then come to the next one and put the roof on it. Come on, I just need you to snap to one of them. There we go. Go below that line. That's how I get it to snap to the one next to it. Come on. There it was. Below that line. Below. There we go. Now these we wanted to be 3 tall, so let's go up 3 tall. That's going to be all glass, so we could do all glass all the way up. It might look good. Or is that going to be too much glass? Is that going to be too much glass? That might be too much glass. Oh, we need more walls. Crafting, structures, stone. Just craft them all. So we wanted this one to be, these right here to be 3 tall. And then the next floor up, which is going to be this floor, is going to be 4 tall, and that's going to follow along right here. Yeah. Yeah, that works. That works. And then this will take us all the way up to the top level right there. Okay, now we need that right there. That right there. And then here we need actually we need where are you at? Did I not make you crafting? I need you right there. Flip around. Then you flip like that. Yeah, that works. That works. So go to stick you on there, flip you up, flip you around, up, around, and I'm gonna make 2 more of those. Structure, stone. Alright, I'm gonna finish this base. You guys get the idea of it. I did a little bit of it on camera. I'll bring you guys back when it's done. Yeah, there we go. So you guys are getting the idea, right? I hope. It's gonna look like a little fortress hanging off the side of this rock here. Alright, well, I'll bring you guys back. I'm gonna get to work on this. I'm gonna have to be grappling up and down and stuff like that. It's gonna be a little bit aggravating. So, actually, I can just take the Zeppelin and just hover and build. Alright, well, either way, I'm going to bring you guys back. Okay, I'm bringing you guys back to see the update, to update you on the progress of the Rock Mountain build. I haven't put the skins on it yet, and I don't know if I'm going to keep the ideal I had of putting windows in. Because it started to take the look of a fortress. And this is a dwarven map. So, I had to keep with the aesthetics of the map, you know. We will be using the dwarven skin. I'm just swinging around so you guys can see it from far. There it is, people. I like it. Look at that. I guess I should get the spyglass back down here, and then we can go here, and we can zoom in. So over there is that entrance where we put to sleep the Triceratops. It's in my pocket. It's got a tower and a gate, and then some stairs going down to our cliff platform. Our cliff platform has changed. It didn't look right just floating there. So now it is not just floating there. There's the main entrance. Then you got the little rooms that we built. I did add another one over there where the door was. It didn't look right with that one not being there. So now there's 4 of those little rooms. And they slope up to this part here. And then this part here actually has some stairs going down to the top of the gate system. I did have to change that up. Because when I put this here, when I built this out, this extra room, it was blocking half of the gate. So I replaced the gate system. So then up here we have a little, some crenellations with merlins. And then on top of each one of these, I'm going to put, I may even turn those into skinny poles. I'm going to put flags of some of the bosses. I'll have to spawn them in, but that's alright. So let's go take a look at it on the inside. Right here. And I have to start slowing down. Just go right over the rail and then set down. It does hang over the gate system a little bit, but that's alright. So, there's two ways to get in and out of this place. Right here is the top of this crenellation area. Not the top. This is one little balcony area. And then in here, we do have another door on the outside, over here. That's eventually going to be the awesome elevator. So, I just put it as thatch, so that way I would know what it is. And then you can actually go up on top of the fortress right here. And look around at the valley. Stupid floating islands. Look down at the valley. You have the rock behind you. Okay, let's open this back up. Open. And then come back out here. And then come down here. This is the landing pad for our Zeppelin. I may end up having to make it bigger or something like that. And then until I get the awesome elevator built, this is the only way in and out from up there. So you come down here. This is the whole gate system. It didn't look quite right being all. I know it kind of defeats the purpose of me making this extended garage area, so to say. But the whole purpose of that was really to land that on it, to make a landing pad for that. And I can still use my ideal of putting a crop plot with a plant species X right here, because it's not going to shoot through that hole unless there's an RG right there at it. But anything that wanders in here, it will definitely shoot it. But we've got to find plant species X in order to get that. And it's going to go right here. I think it will be fine without sun. I think the amount of... I may have to switch some of those to greenhouse roofs and then just put skins on them. Because you can do that. You can put the skins on the greenhouse and they still count as greenhouse. That's going to be all wood up there. Now here's what I've changed my mind about. Oh, I missed a window right there. I got to make another door. It's alright. I'll make it in a minute. So I got to put a window there. And turn that over to glass. So I was going to make these glass. So that way we had light on the inside. However, I don't think I'm going to do that because this looks like a fortress. And once I start getting some of the dwarven skins on, well, not just the dwarven skins, but mixing the dwarven skins with other things, then this is going to look like it's a fortress. It looks like a fortress. It is a fortress. So, I don't think huge windows is going to look nice on it. It's going to look out of place. There it is, people. I have completed our fortress. It's always in the shadow right here. Even in the middle of the day, the sun's only like right there, and it goes across to over there. But that rock right there always causes that over there to be in shadow. So I think I'm going to call this Fort Shadow Rock. that's it at night. I wanted to bring you guys back to see it at night, all lit up. Let's go take a look in the inside. There we go. Okay. So up here we just have some torches around the area. I did put skins on it. It's a mixture of the Estrella skins, the Pagoda skins from what is that mod? This right here. Editing prof, put it up on the screen. Then up here I just have one brazier providing light and warmth. And then I don't have a awesome elevator yet, so that's just gonna have to be that. And then open up, come down here. We enter the gate. When you enter the gate, well, you can't see it because the Zeppelin's parked on it, but I have a torch thing hanging there, a brazier, just like that. And you come in, you can go around. I have braziers on the outside. That's from a Roman skin. Maybe editing prob will put that up on the screen too. And you come around here. I didn't want to put fire out here because, I mean, you wouldn't have fire where your enemy could get it if this is a fortress. I know I did on the other side, I know, but anyways, so let's enter through the main entrance. I did end up putting glass for windows. They're high enough up that if somebody was going to be breaking into those windows, then they would be already on top of the roof hacking in that way. So I did put windows in. In the center here is the forge, because, you know, these are actually repair stations from a mod by that YouTube Syntech guy. Sprinkles. Vanilla with sprinkles. And that's skins from the Estrellas for forges. But anyways, because this is a dwarven themed map, I thought it would be fitting that the forge would be the center of the fortress. So over here is the bedroom. That bed is from mod. It's a skin, actually. Now here's the back entrance. Here we have some storage. Here's the crafting area. And then over here's the main entrance. Over here is the kitchen. And then more crafting. And then over here is the other entrance with some storage type stuff. So, now that I have Fortress Shadow Rock, in fact, let's go ahead and put a marker on the map for that. Fort Shadow Rock. That is our base place. Like I said, I did use a mixture of the Estrella skins with the Dwarven skins from this map. The windows aren't lining up. I don't like that. But I want it to be glass, so it's just going to have to be. I think it looks nice on the inside here. I did also use different floor tiles, the Dwarven floor tiles from this mod. And then some Estrella marble around the exterior there. And then some more Dwarven stonework there. And then inside of each of the rooms, more Dwarven work. I'm going to have to get creative when we go to making a fabricator to fit it in here. I may actually have to put the fabricator out here. And then when we move up to industrial kitchen, I will have to get really creative to fit it all in here. I mean, technically I could increase the size of those rooms. That would change the appearance of the fort. And I really like the way this looks, so I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'm just going to try to squeeze all the stuff on the inside. These stairs and these rails going around the place is actually from the Oriental mod. Prov, put it back up there. It's the same one that I used the floor, the dark floor up top and stuff like that. Anyways, let's take a look at it again. There's our garage, that's landing pad. There's a tech dinosaur down there. I may tame it. And then if we find another tech raptor or another tech parasaur, we'll tame them. So that way we can start producing electronics and stuff easily. So there it is, people. Now this episode's not over, but that's going to be the largest portion of this episode, is building that thing. Oh, that's going to take forever. Where'd that bear go? Where you at, bear? You were just like right here by this tree right here. Correct? There you are. Hello, bear. I just built me a fortress, and I need a big set of teeth to protect my fortress. So you want to be my friend? Oh, it's mad. Oh, it's running already. Go to sleep, bear. Is it safe to get off? I think it's safe to get off. I got you some honey. Let's not risk it. You just take it all. I can always get more. All I gotta do is find some tree stumps on this map. Is that an elk over there? I don't know. Alright, back to base. We're gonna call an outfit. We're gonna call an episode, people. So thank you all for joining us. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, post a comment down below. Tell us your thoughts on Fort Shadow Rock. How do you feel about this amazing base place I've built? But we'll come back next episode. We'll do something else. Maybe we'll find a higher level bear. So thank you all for joining us. Above all else, people, above all else, trust in the Lord.